Hello gang, welcome back to AshBurn Coast. Never a dull moment down here. We got some people playing basketball. We've got a herd of people walking down the street. And lots of updates have happened to this lower residential area. The higher buildings and residential area in the background that you're seeing, we're going to fix all that and come back to that later because it's not set how I want it to be. Today we're going to be working on our industry area still once again. I want to get the timber. I want to get another ore mine up for some actual proper ore this time, right near where we built our stone quarry last time. We've got some new parks and stuff in. I'll take you around, but I'm going to flash up some pictures right now of some of the work we've done in and around town. You can see I've done some work to some parks. I've refixed some sort of roadways, and I've fixed the clinic up near the fire station when we start to border into the high-rise sort of buildings. I've sort of upgraded the clinic up there, and we'll get to, like I said, we'll get to the residential up around that spot later on to fix all that up, because we need to go ahead and build another low house sort of residential area, a residential area where like low set homes are sort of built, much like what we're looking at right here now. So we're going to be taking out a lot of these homes from here and replacing them probably down the coast here. We might even set a coastal town up here, unlock a heap of blocks to do it. But what you're seeing here is I've done a lot more. I've fixed the road here like we've shown. I've added in some parkways in and around here. I've added in some walk bridges in between the actual the little creek that runs through here, so people can walk in and around. We've got more walk paths through here, just some north sort of nature walks, and that way people can walk up in through here. And there's a little car park down in here where the parks and gym and stuff are. People can hang out there. Then we've got the school. We are going to add more to the school and probably put a high school up in here at some point. Over here you can see the work I've done to the clinic down here now. It used to flip the other way and be attached to this road, and it looked ridiculous because the ambulances were literally driving out on like a hump at each end. So what I did is I put down this alleyway here. This alleyway is actually called Clinic Lane. And so the ambulances now come out onto Clinic Lane and come out onto this road where we've got our nice little path that comes up and connects up. This path was really fiddly to get in. It kept doing weird stuff to the roundabout, but it's in nonetheless. And then, yeah, we've just done some trees and stuff just to sort of make it look nice and bushed up around there. There is still a path here, so that path does connect up there like there used to be for it all. So, like I said, all this is going to change. We'll get to that. For now, I've pretty much got set down here what I wanted to have set. I have cleaned up all this area too, which looks so much better. Fixed the roads. I fixed the road up here. Like I said, we've got little walk bridges here. Look at that. What a great shot that is. Walking the dog across that's exactly what I've intended it to be. Come down into a dog park right here. Those people are walking past the dog park, and then there's a car park down here where people can actually come and hang out too. Another little car park there as well. Even though people, I might take away the street parking. And then we've got obviously the cemetery where we've still got the ability to upgrade the cemetery. I can remove some of the paths and put in a lot of this stuff around here, right? So we'll get into that later. We're not too worried about it at the moment. I will probably get a crematorium in at some point. You can see our garbage problem has been fixed now. The problems that we are having are unreliable health coverage and small homes. Okay, so we've got to get cracking on some of that sooner rather than later. But for today, we're gonna move this industry out over here again. We are gonna have to fix our bus service, which is going to need to be moved out there, and also we're going to be setting up another quarry about here. But the quarry is going to be like an ore quarry for ore mining. And if we have a look just here, we can see this here is an ore deposit. If we unclick it and then click it, we've got an ore deposit here. Now, I've got my paintbrush just here, this one here, where I can actually add a little bit more ore in as we need. And I probably will do that after, just so I can actually get a better coverage of it. I have no problem with that. We're doing this build to play the game, but also I want to have what I want. The other thing we're going to do today is we're going to bosh in our waterworks. I no longer want to start polluting and dumping the poop right into the river here. I'm going to actually set the waterworks. I had two trains of thought here. I'm probably going to put the waterworks down here somewhere, and we can feed a road out to it. Or I was considering just having it built up and around here where we've got this area. And today we will be removing the landfill because this incineration plant is more than capable of handling our needs at the moment, especially with the upgrade we've got. We've got to fix a lot of roads. We've got a lot to crack on with today, but you can let me know what you think. I have a feeling this area down here is a lot better now. You can see I've done a lot of the pavement fixing ups, and a lot of stuff I've just sort of fixed up in and around here to make it look a lot neater and a lot better. Oh, by the way, I planted in a heap of trees just in here to reclaim the land for the timber industry. Not for the timber industry, to help probably reconstitute the land, because if we look at that, you can see how much damage the industry does to the land. You can see it just there. I think we should probably get rid of that first, shouldn't we? And then replant a heap of trees and get that in. Okay, first things first. Let's move this section up over the back here. So we'll go ahead and buy some tiles just here. That's going to cost us... Yeah, okay, that. I want that, and I'll take that. That's going to cost us 184,000. You can see we're making great money, by the way. So we'll purchase those ones. Do I want to purchase these two as well? I'm going to hold out just for the minute. We'll purchase those now. How does that hurt us? Not drastically. This is going to be like some kind of a valley of ore and industry. So we want to move this where we do have room up here still. I didn't want to come too far up here because I want to try and keep a lot of this land separate, and for probably timber and farming industry if we can in the meantime. So we have got a nice quarry that's going to go in here. So here's the thing, before we actually set and put this over here, let's go ahead and put our new quarry in. It's going to be on this corner, and we're going to sort of carve out this mountain here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to run this road over like that, but we are going to need a bit of a bridge. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to grade this, because this is causing all sorts of ski jump problems just there. And I'm going to take that height and I'm going to put it here as well on this side of the river, just so I can get it. It might actually help us get our bridge in. And in fact, we might even take that to be the same height over here when we start punching in the quarry. So I don't mind taking a little bit of that. If I go ahead now and put this intersection here, like so, does that just push me in a bridge? No, but I have a feeling if we do this and we say, come up for me, please. You're going to allow a bridge there. I'm going to take that. To get that little, I wonder if we can get that on this side. I doubt it. I'm not gonna stress about it too much if I can't. No, I'm okay with that. As long as the water can pass through there, I'm all for it. Now we're going to have some industry built on this side, which means we're going to carve out a lot of this section here for our mine. I'm going to keep this mostly flat through here. It is an industry area, remember, so I have no trouble in grading stuff and getting it prepared for industry as such. You are going to be a bit lower here than the river, so I will keep a bit of an embankment around here like that. Yeah, and maybe I'll make this the quarry down in here. Right. You know, there was some water just there. Take that back to there. And what we'll do is we'll send the industry maybe up and over that way and potentially over to this side here. So why don't we go ahead now and take our height there. And we'll begin just here like this. Careful not to let that water... actually, take this height and run it there. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit higher than this side. We will run a little bridge across there probably as well. But I think we're better off running at this height through here. Okay. Doesn't have to be all that way. Because what we can do is we can, like I did last time, we can tear this up. In sections across here. And we can run our industry in a nice... you know what? We would want a nice sort of squarish platform and angles to work on. So we'll just sort of do that. And we'll get this height here. Another big sort of nice square section up here. That way we can have sort of two areas of industry working opposite sides. And you know what? Maybe we can set a bridge, or maybe we can run our motorway straight over here as well. That might not be a bad idea. Just give me a little bit of smoothing here just to fix that and claim that back. And yeah, let's have a look at our quarry now. So we can punch in a little bit more ore deposit here. In fact, I'll go ahead and just put that all around here. Doesn't need to be. And I'm actually going to take it away from here. I'm going to take it away from the areas I don't need it to be in. Just to see if that helps with the costs. So we can move it. It's not typically what you would do. I am aware of that, but it's what we're doing. No trouble. Just to keep our costs running at a reasonable rate. I will take a little bit more here because I want to try and get another tier level going on this quarry. So let's get our flat brush back here. Let's take a height from there. Yeah, just so we can get a bit of a second level in and around here like that. We want to have you like that. I might run the road through that way, and then we'll actually bring this quarry about like that through there. Just bring that down for me. We'll make this kind of look closed off, this area around here, and look like it's been dug out. I'm happy to keep that through there. And the water can run down like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And then give me like that height again. Carve out a little bit of that just to make it look man-made. Okay. Something like that. Take some of that out of there.
Or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim.
Just keep going.
We'll be back after.
Right, let's have a look at that. I might even take a little bit more out of here.
And we're getting reports about a traffic accident
Okay, let's have a look at that now and see how that goes.
in the city.
So, let's get our roads set up. Now, whatever height you are, let's bring you back down to level because you're actually a good height through here. We're going to take this road straight across like that, which means you're going to be about there. Very nice. We've got a nice section there now. Okay. Are we going to get to the quarry yet? Yes, we're going to get to the quarry. So, how are we going to do it? Well, quite simply, we're going to have the quarry. We want to go here. Ore. And we're putting in an ore quarry. Now, I'm actually going to tuck it up in here a little bit further away from there. So we want the building to sit about here. Right deep inside the mine. And you're probably thinking, that's a lot of area you're going to waste. Yeah, I might carve out a little bit more to get the look I want. But I basically want that in there. And we're going to run. It doesn't even matter that it's on a slight angle. I mean, I could probably fix it up. But we're going to run a little dirt road off there. In fact, I will go ahead and move this. Can't move it. Have to delete it and re-put another one. Damn it. Well, it counts. It all counts. So if you're wondering, you can unlock buildings. To unlock buildings is in here, and you go industrial, and you've got like vehicle factory, ground earth. So you need to put in mining hub areas, dairy house, paper factory. You need what, 10 forestry hub buildings in there for that. So there's all sorts of goals you need to meet to unlock a lot of these buildings. I'm just going to take that bit out. I know it's fiddly the business, but it will look, I think it will look half decent on the finish. So up 2, across 2, over 2, down 2, over 2, down 2. Yeah, I kind of want it to look like that. For our little trucks to get in and around. Okay, now put in the building. Okay, now put in the building. Yes, now put in the building. You could, you could actually have it sitting off there. No, I don't want it off there. I want it off here. Can I get you not snapping for me? Just so I can line you up exactly where I need you, like about. How do you feel about that? You're not too bad. We can also get our tool here. And drag this up and around that way like that, Yeah, that works. I think that works. In fact, I might just take all of that there. So it all marries up and it looks like one big unit. You could just take that all the way around here. Do I want to? Yeah, I kind of do. Like just to about there. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, this here. Now we're going to lay in how this is going to sit. With the prospect to actually expand this up over this ridge later on, which is probably what I'll do. For the moment, I really want to keep it sort of restricted. Oh, that's horrible, by the way. Same with you. You're horrible like that. Yeah, come around there for me. I don't mind if you do like weird little sections like that. That's fine. Come right to our road edge to about here. In fact, I might just have a spot here for some buildings to come in and work in and around here. This, however, is going to come right around the outside up to here. All the way up into here. Right, and we'll ever advance the quarry further if we need more, or for our industry. Now, I kind of wanted to do something in here that would look like some kind of ore industry, but I might go ahead and place some buildings down in here. But I really did want to have. Oh, that's kind of that red little rough edge has not done well for us there. So I'm just gonna smooth that out like that. Those rougher sort of edges like that. Okay. I did want to put some water down in there, but look, if we can't, we can't. It's okay. What's the numbers on us, by the way? 24 employees already. Profitable 100%. Balance is negative. I mean, it's only just gone in. I need to know how much, if I'm doing this, 162 tons, 160 tons. Yeah, that's fine at the moment, I think. All right, let's get, am I going to leave that road a dead end? I'm actually going to be taking this road this way. That. And I'm going to be getting rid of that little dead end. Okay, so up here, let's get in our next tiered system. The thing is, we might run that motorway through this way eventually. For now, we're just going to leave. We could probably put another bridge connection here. You know all the trouble you just had with bridges, right? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Page up. Page up. Page up. Let's get out. Yeah, is that a bridge? It's not a bridge. What? At what point will you give me a damn bridge across there? You know? Come up again. It comes up this way. So we're going to be to there, like that. Right? And that's going to be our bridge area there. Oh, you get a little keyway section just there. Yeah, I can deal with it. That's fine. It's an industry area. Okay, let's have a road there. Let's also switch to this. I want to do... it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. You can have a bit of shape to it. We might even send a road up that way. And it comes back down around this way. Because why? Well, because it's not perfect. That's a good reason. I will take that perfectly there though, and I will shape you up into there with our join up tool, which is that one. Right. That's actually a nice little sort of ring road industrial area we've got going on. We can also probably use this continuation tool to shape some road. Like this way. And does it matter that it's got a sharp turn there? I don't think it does. How do you feel about this? Well, I'll show you shortly how I feel about that. For this, we're going to take the bridge from back here. Look at that, how much you dip. Can you bring that grade up? Up, 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 up. 0.5. Bring it up one more.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so I've managed to get in this little bridgeway just here. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take that height there. We're going to work from here straight up there so I can get a nice... oh, that didn't work actually. Give me like that height. Nope. Give me that height. Give me that height. And work down to here. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then here, actually give me that height there and just give me a little bit of level there. I've managed to I dipped the bridge just a touch lower at this end than I did at that end using the move tool. I think that tool, if you're gonna have a mod, I think it's almost a necessary tool if you want to get the roads that you want. If you're not too concerned about them, don't worry about it too much. Don't worry about it. But if you want to get little causeways in like that, or little bridges in, I think it's got to be, it's a necessity going forward. It's just otherwise too hard. I can't even get a pillar there. No, it's not going to allow it. Look, there's little structures there at each end, so that's fine. Okay, that I'm not going to fight that too much more. It's taken me a while with that. I'm not going to worry about that either. Let's go ahead, because what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to delete all this now. We're going to put our bus lines in, so I'm going to do the bus lines first and then punch the industry in. Now we do need some more industry out here, so I'm going to go ahead and queue up that. Queue up that. I don't really want it on that road there, so we can actually go ahead and put a fake path here. Right, just to get that back there. And we might, you know what, we could just say, hey, it's just a bit of an area. I don't mind taking that to there. What are you saying? I want to build stuff here, so I put a path in here for people to walk around. That's not what you were saying, but whatever. Something about queuing up and doing this and doing that. Yeah, sure. I'm going to put a little shop down here. It's nice to have little shops in the corners. Maybe some fuel stations, whatever, for the workers. Maybe like a little like food place where they can grab snacks. Oh, how good's a snack? Snacks make the world go around, okay? Right. I've gone ahead. I've actually gone ahead and I've put in bus waiting zones just here. So I've got a bus here thing ready to move out. Let's get this queued up now. I do want to get some industry planted into here. And we'll see what kind of buildings we do get in and around here. I don't want too many. And we'll get a nice sort of big chunky one just there, right? Yeah, I think that's all we need to do in there. All right, up in here. Do I want anything in here? Well, I'll tell you what I do want. I want to use the laneway tool. And I actually want to take a straight dip straight across. Like that. Right? Yeah, and I want to take a laneway straight from here. Like that. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and once again use my path tool here. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to use the path tool. I'm going to use another tool that we've got at our disposal, which is the keyway tool. I'm going to do that along there. Yep, and that's going to block in a nice hefty amount of, can I actually do it there? Yeah, of all that together. I'll leave that. That's fine. What about down here? Well, you know what? If I do that, yeah, it gives me a little bit more room down there. Perfect. And also it creates a keyway along there, like a safety barrier. Safety first, right? That just sort of neatens that up a little bit through there. You get this kind of safety barrier, and I could probably go ahead and take the road. I could take it back to that. We can get a nice like keyway section just there. Doesn't have to be all the way around, but just shows a little bit of grading that's gone on and a bit of industrialism through there. Sure. Do you want to take it all the way up in here? No, just to there because we've got literally stuff just there. So it can actually just finish about there. When we get the mountain back. The mountain? Yeah, mountain. Right. Sure. Whatever, buddy. You keep telling yourself that. Yeah, shut up. Right, let's just block in and go absolutely gangbusters with this. You can have that there. You can have them on the inside here, all the way to there. You can even have it there. Oh, wait. I'm actually going to go ahead and key that off. I don't want you there, and I don't want you there. You can have a little bit there. What about up in the back corner here? Well, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll key in. No, actually, I won't put that there. I'll key in some corner stores here. Probably that'll do it just there for the moment. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and simply put, let's go ahead and delete this and move our bus stops out here. I'm actually going to take and put a bus stop in out here as well. I want that. Let's get, this is kind of a main road here. We've got that. Yeah, that'll be enough, I think. We've got to fix up this too. I'm going to do a little bit of work here. What I did is I cleaned up this junction as well, especially with the zebra crossings that were everywhere on it. I want to actually get this road probably hooked into here. I'm actually going to bring you straight up here. like that. And I'm going to do, once again, that there. I hate that. That kind of works for me on that angle. All right, so what I simply did is to get rid of the zebra crossings, because we don't need all the zebra crossings in and around here, right? You've got one there, you've got one there at each end of it. In fact, you don't need all of those either. You just need the ability to get around. Yep. They can figure it out. The AI can figure it out. Right, we don't want you turning that way. I don't want you turning that way. I don't want you turning that way. You can go straight there. You're not a right. You turn right there if you want. You turn right there. Yep. Ah. You don't turn left there. That's the one I was looking for. Are we happy with that? Yeah, I am happy with that for the moment. That's how that's going to go. Are you going to put one there? I'm not. Simply put, from this junction. Oh, also, probably get rid of all of that too. You just don't need all of that. Just have the one crossing there, and you can have a couple of crossings there. That's fine. I'm going to leave most of that. And we're actually going to take... Yeah, this is actually a good idea. We're going to take you down there like that. I'm not too worried if it's perfect, and you're going to be the road that comes through there like that. It's not perfect at all, Ham. Do I want it to be perfect? That's the question. Do I need it to be perfect? Take off snap to zone cell length. Take off that. Take off that. And just take that off for me for the moment. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. Do you want that road to continue into here? Yeah, I do actually. I don't mind that. And while that road can continue up into there. It gives us an interesting shape. And that can come down here where we can do some kind of a better junction down here where it can all marry up, right? In fact, we probably should do that now. I don't mean to be sniffling. I think I'm getting the flu. So I apologize for the sniffles. Right. And then that. I need you back. I need you to stay square for me while giving us that. Now, you're not brilliant. I could grade you up. I'm going to leave you with a dip and a wobble to begin with. It's purely just to get a connection up there. And purely so we can actually key in a little bit more industry. Right. Which is actually going to go bosh, bosh. Like that. Okay, I'm going to leave that middle section in there, and in the meantime, let's go ahead and get our bus stops. I've moved the bus station just over here temporarily as well, by the way. All right, gang, so if you're like me and you sometimes forget how to move lines, it's quite simple. I did remember. You have to make sure that you've got your line tool selected and that you're looking at your line you want to drag and move. And you quite simply just grab a piece of it, hold your left mouse button in, drag it down to the stop where you want it. In our case, we want it here. Right? Then we're going to grab another section. We're going to move to there. Before grabbing another section and moving to here. Before it then comes back out and goes back around. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to right mouse click and get rid of that one. Right, because we're about to delete all of that. So our new bus route actually is quite good. We've set it up really well actually, because it comes out here, it hits this section, comes around, hits that section, loops back around, hits that section before driving back out and back around downtown. Right, and that's exactly how I want it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. this has taken a while to get all this in, but I think our new industrial area is going to suit us really well. Eventually, what we might try and plan to do is in our section just here, we might, I don't know if I have it unlocked yet. I might do. Yeah, okay, I do. We need to get in the rail yard first, but the cargo train, right, we might be able to fit in down here somewhere eventually, and we can just literally split it in down this way, or we can figure out a way to do it. For the meantime, I'm actually quite happy with our, can I just dull that down? I'm actually quite happy. I just want to kind of reconstitute the land here a little bit, just to make it look like not, it's got to look like it's been dug out, but it's also got to look like kind of a little bit natural in and around there. I think I'm okay with that. Don't mind a little bit of cliff face there, a little bit of dirt face there. This bit here, however, I will go ahead and just sort of do that, right? And then we can just really soften that down a touch. It's still got to look like it's been carved out, but this section around here, less so at the moment. And can I just sort of soften that a little bit? Yeah, I think that's okay. What I need to do is make sure that we don't chunk out too much off the land. I want to have that. Yeah, we can dip that into a bit of a pool section there and just smooth that off. Take that. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to keep that water flowing through there. Even if it does pool up a little bit there, it'll just keep pushing it down river. And that's all I want to do. Make sure that we're not sort of pushing into that. You could think that when they came in and dug out a lot of this, they pushed it up there to stop as a bit of a flood zone. So we could play it off like that. Like they've come in, they've dug out all of this territory just in here. They've pushed it up here and built a natural retaining wall to stop the river from taking over. It looks like there's a little old bit of a dry creek just there where we could actually split. That'll look pretty cool. Maybe I'll get to that later at another point. Either way, our new industrial area is underway. And what we have to do now is literally go ahead and delete all of this. I'll go ahead and dezone it, even though I've got it paused. All right, so dezone all of that. Dezone that. Dezone that. Everyone's going to be unhappy. It doesn't matter because we've rezoned in plenty more industry further around the place, right? And I'll go ahead and we're going to take rid of all. We're going to get rid of all of these roads. Did we get the post box down there? No, we haven't yet. We'll take out all of this. This is going to be our new forestry section, remember? So on this side of the bank, what it's going to do, it's going to create, even though it's going to be forestry with a natural buffer to the city and the farms over this side between our industry area over here, right? We're keeping it nice and far away, but there is a nice sort of, I'll leave that there. There is this nice sort of, the ambulance, nice kind of motorway section here, even though it's got this big roundabout here. What are you saying? You don't have... right, I've gotten rid of the connectivity there with our pipes. I'm going to run the pipes back through this way, I think. So let's actually go B and page down. Yeah, so we can get rid of that because we are going to be putting in our waterworks system as well. Right. Oh, no, I don't need to get rid of you. Oh, well, we better do that shortly. Let's go ahead and punch in... Let's go ahead and punch in our waterworks buildings shortly. Let's actually just drag this over here just to keep everything running smoothly. That should get everything back up and running okay. Yeah, I think so. Right, so we've got all of this industry stuff punched in and looking good. I mean, as far as industry goes anyway. With the ability to expand our ore mining business out here, what it's going to do, it's going to help our production start to, yeah, we're starting to get a little surplus here. I think what we're going to do is we are going to purchase these blocks here. and we're gonna fill in a nice square there. It shouldn't hurt us too much in the grand schemes of thing. I do kind of want this bit because here, let's have a look at the size of our wastewater plant. Now the wastewater plant's quite good because it's got the ability to upgrade as well. Depends. Am I going to want to put some buildings and stuff out here, or do I want to keep this side of the river more industrial looking, with the chance to have, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. We can put it in here. It can live on this side. We can literally, we can even skirt a road down underneath the bridges down under here. I think we can we? Look at that, we can. You know, we can even skirt that there and sort of get a road up along this way. How about we come along the banks here, and we're going to use our continuous tool. That's not how I want to do that. I was using the wrong tool then. I will admit, I'm feeling a lot better about the industry side of stuff now that we have got it all shifted up here. I probably need to get some mail services out here as well, because the industry stuff surely will need mail service. And the other thing we probably need out here is a tower for these businesses. Now the tower's probably better off up on top of this hill, to be honest. So we could get a little road up there, and we can get the tower up there. Which way is your road connection? Which side is the road connection here? On that side. So if we do something like that, right? Just use a little like dirt road section here. Now I'm actually going to take that off. We're going to go continuous, and we're going to just wiggle our way around the back side here. And plug it into there, and that will be totally fine. Yeah, we can put some trees and stuff up there, and it just adds to it, doesn't it, realistically? We're just going to throw a couple of post box in and around. One here, one up on this main road. Probably, ooh, this seems like a good spot here, because we've got the fire brigade just there. We'll get another one down here on this main road, and that will service that then. I don't know if you need it. Our poor ambulance. Looks like it's stuck down here. Hey, buddy. Waiting for an ambulance. Ooh. Can we get you a little road to help you out? Maybe. You might get lucky. Right. Let's get our water treatment plant out here. Are we going to stick with the continuous? For the moment, we are. Until we get to about here. Now, we will put this in temporarily down here with the chance to move it later. But for the moment, we need to get this in ASAP. So, we're literally going to have you... Now, you do have the ability for upgrades as well. Okay, now I'm going to actually get you a nice looped in road here. Right. By looped in, do you mean just square? Yeah. I meant to do that the whole time. Don't know why I didn't click on that. Right, just like that. And then I'm actually going to come like that. And we're going to use this tool. And that tool, and take that off to marry up. Right, we could even potentially get some stuff out here. Now you got connection. Now, if we go ahead now and say, hey, beat it. Beat that too. Do we start to get, let's just see how our water treatment actually is handled here. Water sewage treatment, right. Let's pump up the speed to level 3. And I think it's only got 20% usage. So the waterworks is working well. The water's working well. Now, I'm pretty sure it does have some ground pollution. Pretty sure it does. Can't be sure. Yeah, it does. Well, actually, I don't know. I thought it, yeah, it does. It has low ground pollution though. Okay, less than I thought. That's not too bad. What I'm going to do down here, I'm actually going to man-made dredge a lot of this bay in and around here for the waterworks. We're going to put some keyway walls up eventually and really sort of get it looking good. Yeah, we've got garbage being collected already. I'm okay with that. And then we can get nice expansions on it. We can get this waterworks facility looking really good down over here. Okay, how's that doing money-wise? We are taking a little bit of a hit, but not too bad. Okay. We're going to need to pump in more population eventually, although the demand for low residential is high, and we're going to be putting in we're probably going to expand a coastal kind of low residential area. Maybe up this way would be better. Let's see. I might put some coastal towns all the way along here. Like beachy kind of coastal towns up around the headlands here and stuff. Our border is right here, so we can get some nice builds up and around here. And over here, we might do some more... we can do some punch in some city stuff behind it down this way, probably. We'll see how we go with the build, but that's kind of what I've got envisaged, is putting more of this stuff in here as a coastal sort of stuff up and around that way. All right. In the meantime, I don't know how the forestry goes in terms of pollution. We are, though, however, going to get in. Now, I want these roads to be quiet. I don't think you're going to get an ambulance, friendo. I'm going to just border this off with this road. I'm going to use my continuous tool as well. And we're simply just going to come around and border off this the old polluted area. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's the old polluted area that we're just going to steer clear of for a little bit when it comes to our first forest. Now, apologies for the sniffles again. We're going to do something cool here, okay? I want to make it look like a forestry, so I'm going to use... Potentially, I'm going to try and use my line tool to do this. So, to do this, we want to get this, take our trees, take that off, crank that up, and I want to just clear out all these trees, and I want to make it look like a forestry. I want this hillside to look like a forestry. And what I'm going to do down in this dirty old section here, I'm going to put trees in it, but I'm going to put small trees to look like they're growing. All right, then we'll put baby trees in. By the time they're fully grown, maybe a lot of the pollution has gone. These power lines here, I'm going to move them over. They add a certain sort of touch of realism. We will, however, come close to the motorway a little bit more like that. Okay. Just gives me a lot of land up here to work with. Right. I might go into a time lapse. I might go into a cut to put this in. But to start with, I'll show you what I'm going to do it. We're going to literally set up different types of tree forests. We're going to have, firstly, let's just set one up that goes across here like this, right? Take this down as close as we can get it. And we're going to want that and that. Elderly and that. Are they? No, actually, I'm okay with that. Right, and simply put, we're just going to go bosh. And I'm going to do this over and over again. And over again, right? So you get the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm making it look like a forestry section. And then I'm going to change up the trees, and we're going to make it look different. Then we're going to have different... we're going to put in some medium trees. We'll put in some bigger trees. But I want this typically to look like a forestry section. And then we'll put different... Well, we won't put different forestries. We might have one forestry do one. We might put in two forestries. And just have them doing what they got to do. We have some forestry in. I think it looks good, except for the ambulance in the middle. We have some forestry in, and from over here, it's going to look really good. Now, what we have to do is, I've left some key areas here to throw some roads down in. We can actually bring this main road, which we probably will do. Probably going to skip down here. I need to move these power lines again. Just ever so slightly. We got an autosave there, just because I want to squeak a road down here that's going to connect up with that one. So, quite simply, we're going to put this road. Give me that. I could be using dirt roads along here, but I don't want to. I'm happy to keep those as sort of main roads. In fact, eventually I'll probably end up carving that through there a little bit lower, but for the moment it's fine. Up in here, we are still going to use dirt roads. And the dirt roads don't have to be perfect. What I can do is I can run a dirt road through there, and I can actually probably get in a little bit more. Right? Oh, you don't need to be like that. How do I want you? I do want to carve a road up through there, so I might wiggle a road up that way. I want to have a road up through there. Because I can actually have a connection at the back here as well. In fact, I'll have you come like that. Right. Doesn't matter that the roads run through the forest, and it doesn't matter how they look. They're just dirt roads at the end of the day. You can have a connection there, sure, why not? You can also split down here to your friend, who is then going to have a wiggle and a waggle. Before connecting back up to there, right? And that's going to be our forestry section. And I could plant in a lot more trees in and around there. I'm only going to leave them for the moment. You can see here though, this is where our old dirty land is that I've planted in some sort of seedlings and some baby trees. Basically, they will grow up, and hopefully by the time they're fully grown, it means that the land around them has been reconstituted as well, and it's no longer as bad. Oh, we got a lot of demand for building again now, which is excellent. I like this rolling forestry section over here. It kind of tucks our incinerator plant up there out of the way too. This building here can now be gone. We can actually get rid of it. And we can actually expand in the future. We don't need that building anymore. In fact, it was a waste of money. And it's gone. Okay. Enough talk. Get your forestries in hand. Okay. So, forestry, we want to have this one here. So, first forestry is going to be on this. Actually, can I have you clip? going to be this side of town, right there. Then we're going to have a forestry do you. And we're going to have a forestry for... these ones, right? Now, this is probably overkill, right, for forestries, but hey, we're going to be exporting plenty of it anyway, so it makes no difference. And I'm simply just going to... we don't even need them to be that big. Each individual one can just be as big as it is. I don't know what it's like when it comes to... how much have you got there? 500, that's plenty. And this one, you know, how much wood does that bring in? It produces lots of wood. So I don't need them to be big and huge. I just need them to do what they need to do. Because I don't know if they cut down the actual trees, if they end up going out and actually lopping trees down, I need them to replant the same trees they're putting up. In fact, I would like them to, but I don't know how it works. I haven't really watched it enough to know if that's what it does. All I know is that they're going to produce probably plenty of timber for what we're going to need. And in fact, we're still running at really exuberant speeds here. So let's just check our production, because we will have started producing timber right here. And we can export plenty of that timber. But that's our timber and our industry area boshed in now. And I'm kind of really happy with that. It means we can crack on with building and keeping the population growing out this way as well. Holy medical emergency Batman. Now with this building down here, I did actually add the ambulance depot, so they're cranked up at the moment. How are we doing? Patience wise, they're okay. Oh my good lordy. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to need a hospital at some point. I'm going to pump in another medical clinic downtown here to help out. Okay. Just to help out. And you watch these ambos come flying out of here now. Okay, like I said, this is a temporary... look at them go. This is a temporary build. I'm going to keep saying it until we get it all fixed up. This is all temporary. And in fact, you've already dispatched those. So let's get the ambulance depot on there and spare another 5 vehicles out and about. Right, that's just going to help keep up the demand of that. There looks like must be a lot of crime too. It's also going to help our unreliable healthcare. Crime is actually not too bad. If it was, we'd have a problem here. But, and I say that, we probably need a small clinic out here, to be honest, with our the small fire department. Can we actually go back to a lower speed? We probably need a small clinic out this way. But that's it. Until next time, thanks for hanging out. It's slowly clearing up. And we're okay money-wise. Yeah, love to hear thoughts about our forestry section down here. We got our waterworks, and we actually got a fair bit done today. So thank you for hanging out. Please stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more. And we'll be back with some more city skylines as we crank up AshBurn Coast and get it heading towards the future in a nice, positive looking way. I've been VanHam. Stay safe, stay glued to your screen. And thank you for spending some of your time here. Get out of here.